man who definitely does know a lot about numbers and statistics is the next speaker for today. He is currently a program specialist in the UIS-AIMS unit at UNESCO-Bangkok. He's involved in providing technical support to the countries that undertake literacy household surveys, developing capacity of member states in establishing and managing non-formal education management system, and also undertaking evaluation of literacy-related programs, such as mid-decade assessment of life in the region. So I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Roshan Bajracharya, the Assistant Program Specialist, Assessment, Information Systems, Monitoring, and Statistics of UNESCO Bangkok, Thailand.
Good morning, Honorable Minister of Nepal and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So this presentation is actually will be very, very brief, and then it's the account of the situation of out-of-school children in ASEAN-Pacific. Basically, actually, many speakers already mentioned about it. So it would be very easy for me to go a bit faster, I guess. The most of the data I'm talking about here is coming from UIS data center. So whoever interested, you can go to website and then see the data for more information. So basically, I will be talking about global and regional out-of-school children, definitely the numbers and rates, and then a little bit more on like school exposure. Some of the speakers already mentioned like not all the out-of-school children are the same. They are all different. So how they are different. And then I will talk a little bit about what kind of profiles we have when we talk about out-of-school. Are we talking about the same people, or how it is different when we talk about different type of out-of-school children? And then there's something I also want to emphasize on systematic approach in addressing out-of-school children that the UIS and UNICEF have been working together on this OOSC project. There's a special session, panel discussion on third day, where we can get more information about that project. So despite, as Ichiro said, we have been working on education for a long time, and then talking about these out-of-school children for a long time as well. And then, but we also see a lot of progress during the 2 decades. So more than 2 decades of EFA. We have a lot of progress. We should appreciate that one as well. And then same time, we have still 124 million global children, primary age children, and then lower secondary age children out of school in 2013. So this is a not small number, it's a very big number. And then within that, yes, we have 59 million out of school children of primary age, and then 65 million out of school children of lower secondary school age. Looking at Asia-Pacific, we made a great progress in reducing out-of-school children in the region. Actually, it's 62% reduction from 2000 to 2013. It's a huge reduction. But issue is we can see some kind of stagnation after 2007. That is the issue. So we made a great progress, and after that, it stopped somewhere. And then more worry is after actually 2010, it started increasing. So that is somewhere we have to think about now. What went wrong? Somewhere there's something missing over there, maybe. And then looking at the percentage, we have 29% of the world's out-of-school children of primary school age are actually from ASEAN-Pacific, which is not small. It's very big. It's 29% we're living in ASEAN-Pacific. And then there's 1.2 million out-of-school actually increase. We have more out-of-school in in 2013 compared to 2010. Looking at the sub-regional level, you can see like the bottom one. This is about primary level. Over there, all the sub-regions in the region actually doing better than the global averages. So it's not so bad. Again, around 5% out-of-school children are here, but we are still better than the global average. But looking at the lower secondary, then we need to think something different now here. Because at least in South Asia, 25.6% of out-of-schools in lower secondary age out-of-schools are in South and West Asia actually. So it's not very, it's not small, it's very big compared to global average of 17.5%. And then it's also same for other regions, so East Asia and Pacific, and also Central Asia. So this is not, this is the area that maybe we need to look at, especially when we are talking about Education 2030, where we have expanded our education for not only primary, but to secondary level as well. Again, as mentioned earlier, so not all our schools are same. They are different. And then the UIS has developed a typology to see what type of out of schools we are talking about. So looking at this slide, we see like there are 3 different type of out of schools. We can classify out of school in 3 different types. One who left the school, actually they are dropout. The second one is they are not in school right now, but there's a likelihood to enter school in the future. And then a group which is unlikely to ever enter in the school. So these are 3 different type of, broadly we can classify into these 3 typologies actually. So when we talk about the policies, strategies, these 3 types should be handled in different way. So if situation remains unchanged, 46% of out-of-school children will never enter to school in South Asia, and 39% of out-of-school in East Asia and Pacific will enter late. So that is something that we need to think in our mind when we're talking about policies and strategies for out-of-school. Again, having a global number or having the national averages might not tell us all the truth of out-of-school children. We need to go beyond that and try to find out the profiles of the out-of-school children. If you see the chart here, in Bhutan, if you look at the out-of-school rate is around 7%, something like that. And then if you look at the male-female disparity, there is virtually no difference. But when we go a little bit further, then we can start seeing how different it is when you look at rural and urban. The gaps start increasing. And further goes to the girl from rural, and then urban boys, then we start increasing again. And then when it start again looking at the poverty, then the poorest girl in the top, and then the poorest, the richest boy, then we can see a huge gap. It's really started increasing. So these are some of the things that we really need to understand, that who are they? When we talk about out-of-school, who are they? Are they male or female? Are they poor or rich? Or where do they live? So without this kind of information, it might be, again, a challenge for us to make proper planning. So this is my last slide. As I said, like there's a dedicated plenary session on 3rd day on OOSC, where we can discuss more on the methodological aspects of the out-of-school issues. So, but just what we are trying to show here is, if we are really serious about, addressing our out-of-school issues, we need to have a very systematic approach. And then definitely for this, we need to know who are the out-of-school children and where they are living. So it is more about we need to have some kind of a profile of out-of-school children. And then we also need to know why are these out-of-school children are not in, the children are not in school. That is some kind of what is preventing them to go to school, or what are the things that pushing them out of the school. So that kind of things we need to understand. There's some kind of bottlenecks, some kind of barriers that we need to understand it, and then which can actually lead us to think about how can the out-of-school children be brought to school and stay there, or some other way to provide education opportunities. So as I said, the global out-of-school children that the UNICEF and the UIS started actually try to link these three points together. And then we are working with several countries, and then we will discuss more on the third day. Thank you very much for your attention.